Thank you to Laura and the BILD team for inviting myself and my team to join you all today for an outlook on what to expect for the future of digital marketing in 2021. We saw a lot of change in 2020. It was a wild roller coaster. It seems to not give up ever. And we're going to talk about some of those trends and how we can stay on top of them this year. A little quick round table of intros, leading off of Laura's. I am Michael Richopo, the digital director of NextHome. I love pinball, pizza, cartoons, and I am the dog dad.
My name is Haley Fairclough. I'm the digital marketing manager at NextHome. I'm a sci-fi geek and foodie. I love travel, reading, and video games, if you couldn't tell by my fancy headset I'm rocking today.
And I'm Rachel Fedema, digital strategist. When I'm not in front of a laptop, I enjoy hiking, camping, baking, and spending time with my dog.
So a little bit about NextHome. We have three primary divisions: the digital division you're speaking with today, our publishing division. You may know us in the Edmonton and Calgary marketplace as New Home and Condo Guide, as well as our content shop division, which is responsible for editorial and video content. With over 75 years of cumulative experience, our team has really grown into a full stack agency of problem solvers, researchers, and tinkerers that really believe in going above and beyond, like leave no stone unturned. We pride ourselves in our transparency and results, and our services are handled by our in-house team of go-getters, each of us with our own unique set of skills. We're really strong believers in this iterative process of design and develop, monitor the results, create measurable and actionable insights, implement those changes again, and repeat the process over and over. We're just a bunch of data junkies. We're a big fan of spreadsheets and dashboards, and we're agile in every process that we do. Embracing machine learning. These days, we're seeing a lot of new products and tools in marketing that utilize machine learning to improve their performance. And what is machine learning? This is a pretty big buzzword these days. It's the use of algorithms and how they allow programs to improve themselves through experience. So we need to give them a goal, like what is our desired outcome? Do we want to generate a lead? Do we want to click through to a website? Do we want somebody to watch our video? Then we need to provide them that data and access to it. So are we measuring basically how can we track those leads? How do we track those video views? And then we need to give them time to learn and figure things out. So basically just feeding that data funnel. The more data that we're able to provide, the better chances it has on improving itself because it's able to identify those patterns. All major digital advertising platforms, from Google and Facebook to even Snapchat, have tools that are powered by some form of machine learning. And it's really part of their cores, whether it's organic content, like how YouTube tells you you might be interested in this, or how you can discover new Instagram accounts, as well as the ad content. We recommend embracing these features as early as possible so you can jump on that data before everybody else is trying to buy it up too. And why are people shying away from this? Are they scared of the robots? The main reason we've seen people hesitant to adopt machine learning is kind of old habits die hard. Traditional marketing, revolves around a lot of static components. We're working with a single set of images. These images don't move. Or if we're working in TV or radio, we're dealing with specific ad creatives, and we don't really have this data endpoint to really give us any solid insights. So you need to be way more flexible with your creatives and give these tools that Google and Facebook have what they want in order to learn and function effectively. So how do we use this now in our campaigns? I'm going to go over a couple of tools that we've embraced at NextHome for the benefits of machine learning, and we do encourage you all to experiment, do the same, ask us questions if we can help out. The first low-hanging fruit here is Facebook and Instagram automated placements. I'm still seeing campaigns where people focus on Facebook advertising separate from Instagram, and they aren't embracing that they're the same company. So this graph up here shows just the difference of how the campaigns perform differently when you set up your Facebook campaigns to now use both Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook has third-party audience partners that display Facebook ads as well. So you can run the ad across all audiences and all placements versus only on the specific platform. So on the left-hand side, you can see the cost of conversion or cost per lead was about $4 because running it only on 2 of the available placements. Or you can run it across all of them, and Messenger is also included. Messenger is a growingly popular messaging app, and Facebook just pushed out all the messaging, your Instagram messages and your Facebook messages are all in one place. Is a really powerful way to maximize efficiency across everything in their platform. Google has responsive display and dynamic search, which is very cool when it comes to creative optimization. Responsive might be a term that you've heard used in websites, where the website will automatically look good depending on your screen size. So whether you're on a laptop or on your phone, the website automatically will resize itself to fit your screen. The ads work in a very similar way, where depending on the screen or website you're on, they're always going to look good. So you don't have to worry about creating so many different ad sizes for so many different placements. Beyond that, responsive display and search allow you to input multiple pictures, multiple texts, and it's going to use the algorithm to play with those combinations to come up with the best results. Versus traditionally, you have one image with some text on it, and that's just how it's going to go. Where in this case, you're able to basically kind of Rubik's Cube, roll the dice, change the combinations, and when Google finds the winning ones, it's going to continue to display those to your users. Similarly, in search, you have that same idea with Google, where you can give it various bits of copy. And in fact, they have another layer called dynamic search, where it will take exactly what a user puts into search bar. So if they say new homes in Edmonton, it will automatically put that right into the ad. So that user basically goes, oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This creates an incredibly relevant ad unit that can basically scale across all budgets, because you've got so much extra creative, because now you're able to inject what users may search that you weren't anticipating for. Facebook has a similar ad unit called Facebook and Instagram Dynamic Creative, and they essentially work the same way. You've got multiple images, you've got multiple texts, and it's going to play with those combinations across all of those placements I had talked about earlier to come up with those winning combinations. They also take into consideration past user behavior and their interests to serve them better ads at the right time. So if they may, if you have copy or creative that leans towards, let's say, kitchen interiors, and a user has interacted or have viewed content in that category before, that machine learning will optimize that type of creative for that type of user. So the cost per lead or cost per result is thus lower. And if things can't get any easier or better, Google has combined multiple layers of machine learning into a new product called Google Smart Display. And Google Smart Display is almost everything on autopilot. There's very little setup required. You basically give it your budget, you give it all of your creative assets, and you don't even need to worry about your audience targeting anymore. You give Google access to your data and tracking, so your past conversion history, and it will combine your data with Google's audience data to automatically serve ads to users that are more likely to convert. And this even includes people who have been to your website before. Traditionally, we've run targeting campaigns to bring in new users and retargeting campaigns to bring people back to our website. But in this case, Google's going to optimize them together. So if they think that you're going to get a cheaper conversion based on them being already been on your website before or them being a new user, they're going to get targeted with that ad. So it's really useful. Many of our clients have used all this data to take inspiration for their out-of-home ads. So they'll figure out which images and copy are highest performing. And then they'll use that when going to purchase print ads or going to purchase any billboard advertising, because they've seen the results digitally. So now we don't have to argue in the boardroom, or I guess over a Zoom call, over which picture we think should work best for this billboard that we're going to be putting up, or this A-frame. We're going to look at our data and go, well, this is what the people like, so maybe we should use that. We've seen some really interesting ones where bathroom vanities have been the most popular, or like garage shots that show kind of like how much driveway, or if, you know, how big the garages seem to be pretty popular. It's not just kitchen shots driving the market anymore.